Happy Thursday, everybody. My name is Dean.
And I'm Tyler.
I just wanted to say that really quick because over here on YouTube, Aces Free suggested we should say our names. I don't think we ever, maybe in the beginning,
I think we did at the very beginning, and then I think we kind of fell out of the habit.
yeah. So for all you new viewers that are watching or listening that can tell by voices, I'm Dean. That's Tyler.
Yep.
Welcome to the channel.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. I don't know why we stopped doing that, but excellent suggestion there. So thank you, Aces Free. But yeah, today we got some B notes, 1223B. That was the last patch of the year. So, of course, they're going to add a little adjustments here and there. And we're going to have about 3 weeks because of Christmas. They take it off. We know the story.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, that we expected there to be probably quite a few changes. This, I almost want to say, maybe isn't even the last one that happens, just because it's such a long time between patch updates. But I gotta say, getting these notes out took ridiculously long from Riot's side, and I find it very strange that there's plenty of other websites that had this up as much as a day or two ago. So I don't know what you guys are doing over there, Riot, but step your game up. That's all I'm gonna say on that part, because that should piss me off.
I mean, unless they're like doing last minute changes or something, it's just weird. Like,
Right.
we weren't. I don't know. It said the patch was the B patch was coming out. Well, today we're recording this on Wednesday, but yesterday on the 14th. But we didn't get the actual notes until today.
Until
like
4 hours after
yeah,
the patch came out.
Yeah, exactly. We had to go find like on SpiderAxe, is Twitter, non-rioters Twitters that were all whatever. Yeah. So that's what we got today. But before that, we want to head back to episode 113, the patch episode, and we had two answers for our question: which champion changes are you most excited for? Thoticus, our boy, said, "Ayo, Tom Kench, looking double cheeked up. Need me some of that fish." Telling you, I've seen Rod of Ages Tom Kench and is fucking OP. He looking double cheeked up with those two rods. Okay.
Every time someone uses the phrase "double cheeked up," it just gets me. Thank you, Thoticus, for that. That was, I read that, but like right about 10 minutes ago, and I cracked up then, and I might have laughed even harder now because it's just so funny. Thank you for that. And then Calientes, he said, "I had to echo Thoticus. It's time to unbench the Kench, unclog the frog, permit the Kermit, unhibit the ribbit." Yeah, man, he's pretty disgusting. So play him if you can. Probably ban Set.
Right. Yes, that would be not fun into that.
Yeah, no, it's sounds like fun. Hopefully you guys are getting some play out of that. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to add to that. I thought those were good responses. So thank you. For those of you who aren't using Spotify, that's fine. Responses are still available on Anchor. Definitely still available on YouTube. And then, of course, Instagram and Twitter are also valid places if you want to respond to something or interact or ask a question. Super valid places to do that. There's not a whole lot of you following on either platform, and it's probably also my fault for not putting in enough time on either platform as well. However, feel free to jump on over there at According to Low Elo or at ATLE Pod. Additionally, one last piece of business before we get into the patch. Calientes with just a great question in our suggestions box in the Discord, which is open for anybody in the Discord, guys. If you're in there and there's questions you want to ask, and maybe you don't use other social medias and you want to use Discord, also a valid place. But Calientes put up in the suggestions forum the pitch a skin concept. I haven't watched, or no, I did watch this video. I forgot I did watch this video. He said, after watching this video of Captain Flowers reeling off his $1 million idea for Trucker Orn, and he linked it just for everybody, I want to know your skin pitches. Be sensible, be ridiculous, be extravagant, be budget, be refined, be ratchet as all hell. What have you got? I'm gonna be working on that. I originally said till Friday. I need a little bit longer, so I should hopefully have an answer on one of next week's episodes. And I invite everybody else to do the same if you're interested in that. I would be curious. You don't even have to put a whole lot of thought into it if you just have like a basic, here's an idea that I think would be cool, and you want to put that out there and let us riff on it. That's totally fine.
Yeah, if you guys for this week's Q&A, go ahead and give us your skin pitches, anything you can come up with, and we'll read it off next week.
Yep. If you, again, could be here, Discord, like Dean's got on the screen right now, Instagram, Twitter. If we're live on Twitch and you want to pitch it on Twitch, if you do that, just remind us that you did that, because I got a bad memory.
Yeah, for real though, go follow the Twitch. I'm trying to stream more often, and I think that'd probably be a way better place to interact with you guys. So yeah. I'm working on that.
We streamed on Tuesday. Actually, we had me, you, and Steven all in a lobby. Although we got fucking pooped on. There was some fun. Good interactions in the chat. So thank you guys for those who showed up to that like last minute notice stream. Thank you. And hopefully you're listening here and you're already on the Discord. If not, get in here, dude. We have fun in here.
Hit that link tree and all your links are right there. But
yes,
let's get into this patch 12.23b. So we got a fuckload of nerfs and one buff and a few adjustments. So let's just hop into this. It's not too crazy long, but let's see. So
right
up first, we got Mundo. I was a little curious to begin with because I felt like a lot of his normal changes seemed like nerfs, but they were absolutely like late game buffs, and we have played against Mundos in the last few days are fucking insane. Right. He was insanely busted once he got to at least like max level like 16. He was unkillable. It's nuts. So makes sense that they're taking him down a notch. So see, base health regeneration growth was 0.75, now it is 0.55. Passive health loss was 3% of current health, now it is 4% of current health.
Wow.
Passive additional maximum health regen was 0.4 to 2.5, now it is 0.4 to 2.3. Q health cost was 60 at all ranks, now it is scaling from 50 to 90. It's pretty big. And then E health cost was 20 to 60. Now it is 10 to 70.
Okay.
And so again, they're hitting the late game. It looks like.
Right.
And then the R cooldown was a flat 110 seconds. Now it's 120.
And these all seem pretty minor. So this champion should still be playable. They're just tuning down his ridiculous late game. Like we've always said, Mundo's the worst fucking tank since he's been reworked. And like I never felt more like a liar than the other day when we played against him. And we just our whole team got shellacked. Like it was kind of gross. So anyways, that's all I got about Mundo, at least in terms of reaction. I don't know if you got anything you want to add to that.
No, pretty straightforward. I think he'll still be good, but it's just kind of hitting him in all the spots. So
right, and it's not a whole lot. It's just a little minor touches here and there. I mean, the biggest thing is the Q health cost, in my opinion. But anyways, moving on down to Hecarim, the Recarim. Someone was saying that this champion was just insanely busted. I don't remember whose stream I was watching some stream yesterday, and someone said Hecarim was busted. I was like, this is the first take I've heard of Hecarim being like overbearing. Like someone had asked if you could remove a champion, they said Hecarim. I was like, but why Hecarim? Like what's wrong with
I have heard Hecarim? He's been like wrecking solo queue.
Right.
I'm looking.
He's never been on my list of like, hey, I want this champion out of the game. Like, like Yasuo or Yoni, sure, like yeah, get these champion out of the game. But Hecarim's like kind of a non-factor in that regard, and it was interesting to see him on that list. Dean's got some analytics up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what it was. Plat plus. When did the patch come out? Last week.
Yeah. So
okay, so
the 6th, I think.
So this says on the 8th he reached. It was like a 52% win rate, but his pick rate was almost like 10. Was it 10%? It was about 10%. I don't know. I mean, just the amount of healing. Well, let's look at what are they nerfing on him, and then we can.
Right. So the Q% bonus damage per stack It was 4% plus 5% per 100 bonus AD. It's going to drop 1% in both those aspects. So 3% plus 4% per 100 bonus AD. That's actually pretty big. That's a total of at least a 1.5% nerf on average.
I think he was just kind of like rampaging, no pun intended, because I think that's what his Q is called. I think it's called Rampage.
You're right.
Just it all, and we'll get to the change down here, but Jack Show has just been insane on a lot of like bruiser-ish champions.
Oh, yeah.
And Hecarim already
think about that. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think people were rushing is like
Right.
180 item, maybe even Hydra, which is
Right.
also getting hit. And then Jack Show is just like, oh, I don't need any other resistances because this will fucking heal me. It will keep me tanky as shit, and then he has so innate healing,
Right.
and he just survives and just runs your ass down. So okay, taking 1% off both scaling is, I think that's fair. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Moving on to Janna, who apparently I guess needed a nerf. Passive bonus movement speed was 8%. Now it is 6%. And then the E bonus AD was 10 to 40 with a 10% AP scaling. It is 10 to 30, keeping that 10% AP scaling. Have we been seeing Janna's?
Dude, I'm the one who plays Janna. But
you heard it here. Tyler's the reason Janna's getting nerfed.
no, I haven't even been playing her that much recently. I was going to say, I haven't even been playing her that much recently, but I haven't been seeing Janna's. I've been the only one I've seen playing Janna.
Let's see.
I will say that
Oh my god.
I thought she was the answer to Warwick. And Dean and I played a game where this Warwick was somehow, yeah, he was shitting on everybody, but somehow was, we still haven't really quite figured it out.
I think it's the Q. It was the Q.
Yeah, it has to be. It was dodging the Mord ulti and then queuing over the Janna Nada, which I didn't know was possible.
Yeah, I guess he's unstoppable or untargetable when he queues.
Yeah, and it doesn't flash that way, which actually I wanted to look that up because that was actual bullshit. And this guy was just, it was not good. He was just, because he knew exactly what to do anytime we thought we had him in a corner, he just actually outplayed us. But I didn't know that shit was fucking possible, so.
Yo, Janna's sitting at a 54% win rate.
Jesus, yeah, she definitely did a nerf.
S plus. Well, this is I guess we don't have that much data in today, but holy shit, yeah, she's very OP. Okay, that's fair. I mean, you're not losing too much AD, just 10 at max rank for the bonus shield, or the shield AD.
It's really not a whole lot. I'm just looking here.
Also, yeah, it's for sure when you hold the Warwick Q. Because if you tap it, if you just bites you, but if you Qs, it puts you on the opposite side of the person, and I guess you're unstoppable when that happens.
Okay, so it says, the lunge always places Warwick to his attack range to the center of his target, while the dash will place him up to the edge of his attack range from the target's edge. It has been special case Warwick does not follow an enemy's recall or a scion that revives from glory and death. The channel will not be interrupted. Oh, wait, hold on. Jaws of the Beast channel cannot be initiated while grounded or rooted. Warwick can only use a normal cast. The channel will not be interrupted by either of the two effects, despite the lock-on being a movement channel. So, yeah, there you go. You can't fucking interrupt them. That is fucking bullshit. Oh, here it goes. I didn't see this in the skill. While Jaws of the Beast is active, Warwick's is displacement immune.
There you go.
So, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. Like, sometimes there's skills that you just overlook this kind of shit, right? And it's like, dude, what the fuck? But, anyways, that has nothing to do with Janna, really. That was just our experience. Not a big hit to Janna, although it definitely brings some of her value down. And losing that 2% movement speed is actually huge for her, considering she usually stacks so much that could be the loss of, like, actual 20 movement speed, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But let's move down to Lilia, another fast actor. Lilia's passive percent health damage is dropping from 6% to 5%, which I guess doesn't really surprise me considering it's a tank meta where a lot of people are building health anyways, so it's just dropping her overall damage. Her Q magic damage is also dropping. but only in the base stats. It's gonna go from 40 to 80 plus 40% AP to 35 to 75 plus 40% AP. So just losing 5 base damage at all ranks. And the Q outer edge true damage is also losing 5. So on the outer edge it does double. It's literally going to have the same scaling, 35 to 75 plus 40% AP.
Not too
Haven't
big.
seen too many Lilias.
This is another champion. I've seen her a few times, but this is another champion that like goes Jack Show and then Demonic Embrace. Like me and Steven were playing it. This Lilia got shit on, but we get to late game and she has like 4 items, including Jack Show, and she just doesn't die. It's just
That's
so
annoying.
many tank stats, and again the like AOE drain is just enough to. It's gross. It's pretty OP.
Yeah.
Moving on to Lux, which is the only buff of this micro patch. I did see that this was targeted for mid lane Lux, not Lux support. But we'll see about that. EAP ratio increase. So base is staying the same, 70 to 270, but it is going from 70% to 80%. And then the R AP ratio is increased. It's staying 300 to 500 base. It's going from 100 AP ratio to 120% AP ratio. I still, I think we'll be fine for Lux support, but obviously that's lower income, so she can't hit those like stronger items quickly. She has to wait, so it makes sense.
Unless she gets all the kills in bot lane, which is totally a thing that people do when they play Lux support. They get a lot of kills bot lane, and then all of a sudden she's a fucking superpower, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to that. I think you're gonna see her more in the support role, obviously, but beyond that, I don't see her that often anyways in mid lane, I guess. So Neela, she's next on the list. She's got a lot of changes, so bear with me here, guys. The Q physical damage, keeping the base stats at 5 to 25, but she's losing 80 ratio late. So it was 90 to 130% of her total AD ratio. It's now going to be 90 to 120% of her total AD ratio. This champion is a monster in late game in terms of damage output, and she's a really good flanker. She's not a really good front to back team fighter, but she's a great flanking champion, and it's kind of insane. Next is the Q damage increase based on critical strike chance. So it was 0 to 100% scaling with crit chance. It's now going to be 0 to 120% scaling with crit chance. So they're going to just incentivize you to build more crit as opposed to just raw AD.
Hydra.
I don't know what
AKA
were people...
Hydra.
Yeah, I guess what were people building? I guess it must have been Hydra is the only other thing I think of. Because I always thought of her as just being a crit champion anyway. So
well, I mean, since she's melee, she benefits more from the Hydra passive, so or the AOE. So yeah, people were rushing that on her.
Ew. The Q passive healing on basic and formless blade attacks against champions. So it was 0 to 15% post mitigation damage scaling with crit chance. It's now 0 to 20% post mitigation damage scaling with crit chance.
So same thing.
Exactly. The R damage over time, it was 15 to 45 with a 35% bonus AD. It's going to stay at 15 to 45, but it's going to drop and be a 20% bonus AD. So again, raw AD nerf. The R damage at the end of cast remains unchanged. Excuse me. The R total damage works out as 185 to 505 base, which is going to stay the same. It had a 260% bonus AD ratio. It's going to drop to a 232% bonus AD ratio, and that just has to do with the DOT damage. And then the R healing was 30 to 45% post mitigation damage scaling with crit chance. It's now 20 to 50%. It's weaker with lower crit chance, higher with more crit chance. So they're basically just saying stop building Ravenous Hydra and stop building non-crit based items, and this is a champion you should probably just go close to 100% crit with if you can.
When it says 20 to 50, is that based on rank of your ability?
Based on crit chance.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I just don't. I don't
look
understand it. Then I'm trying to figure that.
Look up her actual skill.
So like yeah, 30.
Neela. So it says here. Where is the heal? Okay, so Neela heals herself and nearby allied champions for 20 to 30% based on critical strike chance. Yeah, it's just based on her crit chance. So at 0, she does 20%. At 50%, she does 25, and at 100%, she does 30.
Got it.
I don't know if that's updated to the new ones. It doesn't look like it because I said 20 to 50. Or no, that was right. That was updated. Okay, cool. They fucked up on here. It should say 20 to 50%, not 20 to 30%.
Oops.
But basically, it just scales from 0. Every 10% is the next point up, pretty much.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So yeah, you want to just drop Hydra, it seems.
Yep.
All right, next is Rammus, who's been another Jack Show user. W cooldown is going from 6 seconds to 7 seconds. The bonus armor was 50, now it is 40, and then the bonus magic resist was 15, now it is 10. Very straightforward.
Yeah.
Let me do Deer.
Yeah, do it.
This champion, I will say, I've seen some nutty fucking clips of it's not Tiger anymore. Where the fuck it is. Is it Bear? It's Bear. It's Bear now.
Bear.
Yeah. I've seen people get like 2-shot and take like 3,000 damage just from one Q combo.
Is that with the empowered
lethality?
Q?
Yeah, the empowered, and it was Prowler's Claw.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just clips of people like getting
That's disgusting.
1 shot, and no one knows why with like 1 item. So
Jesus.
WER mana costs were 45 to 28, levels 1 through 18. Now they are 40 to 23. Man, they're just wanting to stop using your Q. So weird.
Dude, I feel like they're having the same problem with this champion that they had before.
Yeah, Phoenix is going to be OP now, and for some reason, and then it's going to swap back and forth.
Yeah.
So let's see, here we go. Q bonus physical damage was 3 to 10% plus 6% per 100 bonus AD of target's max health. Now it is 3 to 8% plus 5% per 100 bonus AD of target's maximum health. Q bonus physical damage on hit was 5 to 45 with 20% bonus armor. Now it is 5 to 35 with 30% bonus AD. Q awakened physical damage was 2 to 5% plus 3% per 100 bonus AD of target's maximum health. Now it is 2 to 4 with a 2% per 100 bonus AD target maximum health. And then finally, our base damage per tick was 10 to 50. Now it is 10 to 60. So yeah, I think the other thing was obviously because he does so much like max health damage, tanks were getting shredded.
Right.
And yeah, that shouldn't happen.
This is true.
All right.
This is true. Zeddy Baguetti next on the list here. And he's the last champion on this list, I believe. Mm-hmm. He's getting a Q-based physical damage nerf. So he's going to lose 10 at all ranks. So it was 80 to 220 based on rank. It's now going to be 70 to 210. His E cooldown is also getting a nerf. It was 5 to 3 seconds based on rank. It's going to go to 5 to 4 seconds based on rank. So really not getting jack shit on cooldown there. Excuse me. And then his E base physical damage is going to lose 5 at every level. Or every rank, excuse me. From 70 to 150 down to 65 to 145. So small nerfs there for him. Was he super relevant? I hadn't seen a whole lot of Zeds, but I guess, I don't know. There's a lot of champions now. I feel like you don't see some of them even when they are super relevant, you know?
All right, let's move to items. Jack Show, again, very, very good item right now. Combined cost is getting increased from 600 to 700, meaning the total cost is also going up by 100. So it is from 3,000 to 3,100. And then the armor and MR per second in combat with champions was 3. Now it is 2. To a max of 16 instead of 24.
That's pretty good, actually.
8 stacks. Yeah, that's pretty good. Remember, it still will drain all enemies of 3% of their HP and heal you for 1, and then you get 15% at max stacks. So it's still good, but it got hit in the right spot.
It definitely needed something.
All right, Lord Doms.
Lord Doms, the Giant Slayer bonus damage was 0 to 15% based on max health difference. It's going up to 0 to 25% based on max health
Wow,
difference.
that's nuts.
The health difference for maximum Giant Slayer damage is also going up from 2,000 to 2,500. So, yes, it's going to do more, but also they have to have a lot more health in order to get that greater bit out of it, which I think is good. There's not a lot of champions build this item, and
They should.
They should. I was gonna say there's a lot that should be building this item. It's gonna be back into being a core item, I think, for most champions, and I think a lot of them end up building this instead of what's the Grievous one again?
Oh, Mortal Reminder.
Yeah, Mortal, which used to be the other armor pen, and now is a Grievous, and Grievous fucking blows chunks. Although it seems like it shouldn't, with Jak'Sho being so relevant. You'll have to make a choice, I guess. Good luck, ADCs.
Yeah, considering for that, to add on to that is like, if your support isn't building Chemtech Putrefier,
yep,
that's like the easiest way to get Grievous wounds. And then just everybody, there's a lot of champion. Obviously, people are still building Jak'Sho, but Heartsteel exists where people are just stacking free HP. Yep. So there's a lot of tanks in the game, and giving them an extra 10% when it's that 2,500 is, you're gonna be shredding. It's good. I think it's really fun. Plus, it's still base or passively, it still gives you armor pen, so you have that on top of that. So,
well, and the other thing I just want to know, because you mentioned it, Putrefier. If you're playing an Enchanter support, you need to build that item like fucking second. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It could even be a first item in the right matchup. There's been a couple times where I've built it first because it's cheaper than the Mythic, and if you're playing an Enchanter, it usually builds out of the same components. You need to build the fucking item if you're playing an Enchanter. I don't know really how else to tell you that, so I just want to throw that in there.
All right, next up we have the jungle item Moss Stomper, which hands down is the best jungling item because everyone is fucking building it. You just get a free shield and you get free tenacity. I sort out every jungle game, no matter what I'm playing. Kindred, I played Echo yesterday. It's always recommending me Moss Stomper, just shields OP.
Yeah.
So the shield strength was 75 to 330, levels 1 through 18. Now it is 60 to 281, so it's taken a pretty big hit late game. 50? Yeah, about 50.
Yeah.
49.
That's good though. Because it's free. Like you said, a free shield, like,
and free tenacity, 20% tenacity.
Right, and you get that. You basically get a recon passive on a free shield. So like, yeah, that's maybe bring that down a little bit. So good thinking, Riot. Everyone's favorite item these past few patches, Ravenous Hydra, or I should say, favorite item for the preseason, Ravenous Hydra, getting a nerf yet again. Cleave damage. It was 50% total AD for melee and 25% for ranged. It's going to go to 40% for melee and 20% for ranged. And the carnivorous stacks lost on death was 50% of the stacks. It's going to be 60% of the stacks. Don't die when you build this item.
I thoroughly believe no one gives a shit about the cleave passive.
No.
You're getting this item, you kill minions, and you get free AD. And you still have the 10% Omnivamp passively. They got rid of the other one, which was fine, like the passive that stacks it. But you're getting 20 bonus AD. That's what people are about. Just make it a mythic. Give it a small buff and make it a mythic. Make it like 4,000. I don't know. I know it's expensive already.
When you make people have to choose between items like that, then it determines the value of that item. But the second you make it just a legendary item, it becomes accessible to everybody. And that's where you see a lot of those problems. But yeah, tell me about the next. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me tell you about Tiamat, because it's the same change for the cleave damage. 50% for melee and 25% for ranged is going to go to 40 and 20 for melee and ranged, respectively. And here, I'll just finish off this item. You can do the jungle changes because you played jungle. And the item that nobody uses, Stormrazor. Stormrazor is getting a buff. AD is going to go from 40 to 45. That's
item sucks, dude.
Item blows cheeks.
I feel like the only way people are going to build it is if they lower the cost. I don't even know how. I think it's like 2,800. If they made it like 2,500 gold, the people would be
make it as expensive as Chainsword.
Is it 26? No, it's 28.
I think
It got
changed to
nerfed.
28. Oh, it's right.
They
It was
nerfed.
25, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or it was something stupid. So yeah, make it less than Chainsword. Make it 26, and then it might be a decent item for a
It's
struggling ADC
okay.
to
It's
build.
2,700 gold, but
It still sucks.
it
Just
sucks.
doesn't offer you anything.
It sucks.
I don't even remember what it does anymore because no one used the fucking item.
When fully energized, your next basic attack deals 120% bonus magic damage on hit. Energized effects slow by 75% for half a second.
Oh, make that maybe a whole second, and you might have something.
Yeah, it's
A whole second, but maybe it decays or something.
the only champion I ever see building this is
Caitlyn?
like I don't even see it on Caitlyn. I see it on Quinn.
Oh yeah, okay.
Quinn just to like jump in, auto attack slow, and then beat their fucking pussy.
It works for her too because it's cheap and she's gonna get right on top of your fucking titties and blast you with it. But yeah, it's fucking useless.
Dumb.
Get rid of the item. Remember when it was a core item for hella ADCs? All right, dude, you got the whole jungle change blurb here.
Yeah, so they're nerfing the jungle a little bit here. So the jungle companion damage reduction versus epic monsters, so when you have 2 or more allies when you're doing Dragon or Baron, was 30% damage reduction. Now it is 20%. Jungle companion gold from bonus treats was 35 gold. Now it is 30. Brambleback camp gold adjusted was 85. Now it is 80. Same thing with blue buff, 85 to 80. Gromp was 75. Now it is 70. Ancient Krug was 17, now it is 15. The Small Wolves was 15, now it is 13. The Small Raptors was 8, now it is 7. And then the Medium Krug was 7, and now it is 5. So, very straightforward, just small nerfs all around. That is it, but there's one thing I want to test out, because it is not mentioned here. Unless, is it scrolled down? Hold on, did they say anything here? Because I was seeing it on SpiderAxe because we were looking at Twitter, but those weren't official, right? Those weren't official notes.
I don't think so. Yeah, SpiderAxe used to work for Surrender at 20, which is apparently no longer active. Rest in peace to that great fucking website.
So you guys are gonna hop into practice tool with me because I do not see the Mord changes. Mordekaiser had a bug where Mordekaiser has a bug, right? Where his passive would still proc if you use an ability on small jungle monsters, it would still proc the passive. You couldn't auto attack. You still had to auto attack the big guy, but if you just like Q all the raptors, you would get your passive instantly. So we're gonna find out because they save nothing about that here. So let's jump into this game. This is new. We're going into the game.
Wow. Wow, look at that little NVIDIA pop up.
All right, so let's see.
Flex on him, dude. Flex on him.
How the fuck?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm trying to find how do you increase time? Because I don't want to. Bear with me.
What are you trying to do?
Speed up time in the game or spawn jungle camp. Oh, there we go. That wasn't it. Oh, was it? Okay, so then I can do that. Where the fuck? Where is the teleport button?
That's a great question. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't ever use that thing, dude. Just walk your happy ass over there.
It's a really great tool to use. But I know there's a way to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's find out. You ready?
Yep, we're at the Crafters.
Oh, they fixed it. Interesting. They didn't mention that.
Refresh the ability and do it again.
Stop.
Leave me alone.
Well, I mean, yeah, it should be... Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yep, they fixed it.
They did. They just didn't mention it because...
Why would they mention it?
Everyone's on vacation or something, and I don't know. I'm trying to come up with an excuse. I got nothing, Riot. Post your shit and put the shit in the notes. We're going to get another mid-patch update in like 3 days, and it's going to say, oh, we forgot to include that we fixed the Mord bug. Let me just search the thing for Mordekaiser.
I also think it said they reduced the, they nerfed his W slightly.
Yeah.
But again, they don't share it because why would they share it? That's fine. It was a bug. It was a bug, so.
Nope, not in here at all. But yeah, you would think it would show up as a bug fix or something, because that's a rather important bug fix that we all know about. But I got nothing else to add to those notes other than, right, put your shit out before the patch comes out. I don't know what to tell you. other than that, unless you've got anything to close with, again, visit us on the various social media websites, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, not Facebook. And just follow that Linktree link, and you can find any of them anywhere, whether you see it on Anchor or Spotify or another website. Click that link and you will find us.
And also, guys, remember, put your skin ideas anywhere. You can join the Discord, send it to us there, post it in the thread that's on there, on Twitter, DM us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever.
If you need to send a carrier pigeon, go for it. I'll figure it out, but just if you gotta send a carrier pigeon, actually, if somebody sends a carrier pigeon, dude, I don't know what I'll do. I might lose my shit, but you'd be like the coolest person in the world if you actually sent a carrier pigeon. So if you could figure that out, dude, go for it.
Other than that, guys, we will see you tomorrow for champion review, and then that's it. So good luck in your games, and we'll talk to you next time.
Later.